Welcome cartoonists. This cartoon is literally out of this world. Now I'm not saying I'm a great cartoonist or anything, but it is a bit out of this world because we're drawing an alien in a shopping trolley with some hand sanitizer. It makes perfect sense. So just follow me on this the best you can. We're doing a great big wide N shape at the top. That's the top of the alien's head. We'll do it in two parts. When you get used to it, if you like drawing aliens, you can do it in one go. But for now, great big N shape on the top and like a rounded V shape underneath. Okay, that's the overall shape of this alien's head. And there's a curve going down one way and curve going up the other way. That's the top of the eyes. The eyes are quite low down the head. Okay, they're quite low down. So they've got a big sort of domed forehead. And then you can shade those in, just leave a little shiny bit. Make their eyes look a little bit shiny. And then if you want to, at the bottom of the face, you can put a little mouth, whichever expression you like. It's a little smile on this one's face. It's up to a little bit of no good, a little bit of mischief, this alien. That's what happens when everything's closed in this lockdown. The aliens come and have a little scout round, I think. So that's the neck, nice little thin, quite long neck. Now these are the shoulders. I'm just going to make a little mark there to show where it goes from the shoulders onto the arms. So it's got little shoulders. There's a basic straight line for the arm. And then another line going alongside it. And that's the upper arm of this alien. What aliens might look like anyway, we don't know, do we? So there's a little C shape for the elbow. And that arm is bent at an angle. And that's going to help us into the next part of our cartoon. We're going up there, that's the thumb. It's only got 3 fingers, this alien. Not that I've seen one. Okay, so like a W shape there. And those are the 2 other fingers. I've gone a little bit wide on that finger, but yours will be better than mine. So there's a W and that N on the top. That's the thumb and the 2 fingers. And that's the body coming down. And again, however slim or wide that you want it to be, that's up to you. And that can just join up to that thumb there. So you've got the upper body there with the arm. Now we're going to start drawing the shopping trolley. That's a nice straight line running straight through. It's going to look as though it's going to be gripping onto this. So there's another thin line. Now, there's a lot of lines going on in this. Just following as best you can. So it's holding onto that top part of the trolley. So that's one part of it. Then we're going to go up on an angle about that long and close it. But don't have to be exact. It's funny to see how close yours gets to mine. If it looks might be a bit bent, so don't worry. There's another angle coming up. That's a bit longer at the back, so I'll just join onto the elbow. And then another line coming from the body. Don't worry about the other arm yet, because we're going to have that holding onto something. It's going to be holding something higher up. So there are 2 lines again, and that's the top frame of the trolley done. And like I say, don't worry if it's not exactly like mine, because you may have had a few goes in it and bent it a little bit. So this is going to be the handle. So 2 little lines coming up. And it's probably been a little bit concerned if there's been a bit of hand sanitizer on that handle. So like a circle on the top of each of those lines, and then we can join it with the handle. I've gone a little bit thin there. Mine does look a bit wonky, but like I say, you might have had a few crashes. So I'm just thickening that up. It doesn't look much better. I'm sure yours will be better. So a line coming down, slightly leaning forward, and that one slightly leaning in. And don't worry if it's looking wonkier. The wonkier, the better. Okay. Now this is the bottom part of that frame. 2 lines again, a lot of straight lines in this. Not often we draw straight lines when I'm doing these cartoon workshops. And finish it, and that is the top part of the trolley done. So if you lost your way a little bit, if you're trying to watch and trying to draw, now that's tough. Just go back and have a little look. So I'm going to extend this line now, ready for the bottom part of this trolley, the framework that holds the wheels. So that line's coming down at an angle, following the angle from the top of the trolley. And we'll extend that line. Double lines all the time here to show the width of that metal, the framework. It'll start to make sense in a minute. And then following the angle at the top there, we just go across. Similar sort of angle that's above it. And we're slowly building up the shape of that trolley. We'll do that other little bit just coming down there. That's coming from the other part of the handle, the bit near the back. And a similar angle to that one on the top, going along there. Just try and sort of follow the angles that you've done before. And that is just closed off there. That is your trolley without the wheels. That is the shopping trolley. So what I'm going to have here is like the little parts that hold the wheels. You can do them at all funny angles because they do have wobbly wheels on these trolleys. The back ones are pretty straightforward. Those are the back ones. You don't see much of that second one at the back. And you can just do different angles. There's an oval one and a round one to show the wobbling around a bit. As he's going down that slight hill. The legs don't have to go too much detail, just go down there and along like it's kneeling down in this shopping trolley. There, no detail there because you're not going to see it. It's all going to be hidden in a minute with all the sort of frame and wire mesh on the side of that trolley. So just simple little feet, simple shapes. You're not going to see, this is all going to be hidden in a minute, as you'll see. Well, this is the fun bit. We're just going to go over our lines. Don't worry about going over your cartoon. We're just doing like a framework on the side of that trolley. Framework at the front. And whatever you can see inside, we've got a bit of framework there. And we just see some on the other side as well. And it gives you a nice 3D kind of trolley, that. I look forward to seeing what you've come up with for this. It is quite tricky when you look at it. There's a lot to it. There's a little bit of shadow. He's doing a bit of a wheelie. Flying along down that hill. There's my go faster stripes. Some little movement marks on those wheels. Hope you can hear the rain coming down in this van again. I do enjoy drawing when it's raining. So there's the other arm, little elbow. So again, 2 lines together, little elbow. Then there's the forearm. Now it's going to be gripping onto something here, just holding onto something. So up and across. That is the thumb. You won't see the rest of the hand. That's all of the hand you have to draw. That is it, that thumb. Because the rest is taken up with whatever you want your alien to be holding. Mine is holding a hand sanitizer spray. You don't have to draw this if you don't want. You can choose anything you like. It can be an ice cream, like we had that chicken holding. It can be anything at all. So I don't think you have to copy mine. This is just the way I draw hand sanitizer. Close my door now. A badge on there which I'll write hand sanitizer on if I had a bit of a thinner pen. And he's doing a bit of a spray as well. Little cloud of cleansing spray. Now we've got a little bit of time, let's do a nice simple alien spaceship. Straight line, great big sweeping U shape from one end to the other. And there's a dome, which if you can fit another alien in there, that's great. Same sort of face as we've done. Here's some legs. That one's coming out the front of the spacecraft because the other two legs are hidden slightly, as you can see. Again, it's more 3D. I'll just pop a little alien in there with those eyes right really low down on the face. And we're pretty much getting there with this cartoon. So what colour are you going to shade the alien? Maybe green? Possibly. It's always a good choice, isn't it, for an alien? Or just leave it grey, whichever. You don't have to do a lot of colouring for the trolley itself. So the main colouring, whatever you choose, is just that main part of the alien there. And if you shade in those legs that you've drawn, then that's just going to make it stand out a little bit more of what's happening in this cartoon. Don't forget to add a little bit of shading under the bits at the back and everywhere. On the back of the head maybe, just to make it a bit more 3D. And just have fun with that, colouring it in. Now while I've got a little bit of time, I might have something jumping out of the way. You don't have to draw this, just watch me if you like. Again, the eyes and the nose, it's looking slightly worried. And because it's late and maybe it's been skulking around the supermarket trying to find some bit of pizza that's fallen out of somebody's basket or something, it's a little rat just running along, jumping out of the way. Probably the last thing it was expecting was an alien from 500,000 light years away coming down and scaring it. So there's a big fat rat's tail. There's some shadows underneath, like it is jumping out of the way. Shade it in anything you like, grey or brown, and that tail's going to be pink. Whatever colour you do the rat, make the tail pink, it'll make it stand out. So there, that's something a little bit different, which I bet you didn't think you'd be drawing today. I didn't. I was trying to think, what can we do? I've not been having many suggestions, so I want you to send some requests into what you'd like me to draw. Otherwise you just get mad stuff like this. I'll look forward to seeing what you've come up with, what your alien in a shopping basket is going to look like. And give us a thumbs up and leave us your requests. Let's see what you'd like me to draw, and I'll see you on the next workshop.